Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
A good evening to you and welcome inside the Highliner Activity Center on yourliveevent.com. Josh Boyko joining you here this evening. It is a Tuesday night and we actually got some warmer weather today in the North Dakota area. So these teams who have been heating up on the floor recently also get some more pleasant weather, as saw several of them touring downtown Valley City earlier this afternoon. Right now we've got the semifinal round coming your way on yourliveevent.com, powered by R&J Broadcasting and Halstead Telephone Company. The audio coverage of the Region 1A volleyball semifinals here from Valley City. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want and the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote today. Let's take a look at the Region 1A volleyball bracket with our results in from yesterday. You can go watch back all three of the matches that occurred yesterday. Getting us started was Kindred and Northern Cass, and by the teams on your scoreboards, you can guess who won that. The Northern Cass Jaguars, victorious in 5 sets against the Kindred Vikings, but not without some stress involved in that one for Nick Tice's squad. They improved to 7-0, I believe it is now, on 5-set matches this year. Have yet to lose a 5-setter, and they had to play one unexpectedly perhaps yesterday, as they went up 2-0 on the 4-seed Kindred. So putting them on upset alert, the Kindred Vikings stormed back to rattle off sets 3 and 4, and even take an 11-6 lead in the 5th set against the Jaguars. But Nick Tice calls his final timeout that he had at his disposal, and the Jaguars rattle off 5 straight points when they need them the most to tie up the game, and they end up bringing in Harper Rust for a critical serving streak and a couple of digs from Rust. And man, clutch as it gets, the Northern Cass Jaguars are able to move past the 4-seed Kindred Vikings. The 5-seed Jaguars now get the 1-seed Oak Grove, who had the bye, straight into the semifinals after winning that tiebreaker versus Valley City. They get the 1-seed. Valley City last night was the second of 3 matches. Valley City sweeps Wahpeton, allowing no more than 11 points in a single set. And Central Cass versus Lisbon was more of the same story. Central Cass handily able to take care of the 6-seed Broncos after they were able to handle Kindred on the Vikings home floor in the final regular season match. That decides the 3-4 seed, gives the Squirrels the opportunity to be the 3 and face Lisbon. They waltz past the Broncos in 3 sets. Kindred trips up against the Jaguars, a feisty 5-seed, and we'll see how it plays into tonight's contest now as we move along on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll take a break, come back with some more of the scores from Region 2A, and take a look at a deeper dive at these teams here from both the coaches as well when we come back.
What is that? Is that Top Insurance?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Toop Insurance.
Maybe Toupee.
Could be Toupee. Yeah, I don't know.
Or Taupe Insurance,
Nah,
maybe?
I don't think so.
Say it right. That's T-O-O-P. That's taupe.
Oh, it's Taupe.
That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Get in touch with Ryan today for a quote or review of your policies. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve, so we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Look at your calendar. There's still time to complete those building projects before freeze up. Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has everything you need: top quality building materials, trusted tools, and Midland garage doors. Yes, it's busy now with harvest, but don't wait. Order now to ensure your products arrive on time so your projects are done before the first flake falls. Visit with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro and make your building projects plans a reality. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
I've got Nick Tice here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Northern Cass survives Kindred in 5 sets again last night. So what's the DNA in this team that helps you guys, no matter what the circumstance, come out on top in 5 sets?
I don't know. It's been a lot of fun to see us rally in those, and we've done it with some really big teams. Right now, I think if we get to a 5 set, we were talking last night, I might have to bet on us because the stats are in our favor, but they listen really well, they respond really well, and I think just the belief that we can do it has been the biggest thing.
Yeah, it seemed like the belief was still there coming out of the timeout down 11-6. You guys rattle off 5 straight points, and even Harper Rust comes in at the end. A couple of incredible key digs just fresh off the bench. How do you keep everyone ready at a moment's notice?
We talked before the 5th set, you only have so many subs. But going into set 5 where it's to 15 points, you've got a little extra room, and so I said Harper's going to come in and be that server for us. It's going to be in a great spot and a great time, and so she knew for the whole set when it was Faith's turn that she was coming in, so she had that time to prep, and we just gave her the confidence, and she had the confidence in herself. I was really, really impressed with her to do that.
Now you guys move on to face number 1 Oak Grove. They get the first round bye, but you guys have already played one under your belt and kind of have that atmosphere in your head. So how does playing that first round maybe give you an advantage into the second?
Hopefully it just gives us familiarity with the court, the space, the ceiling, the lights, just kind of that intensity that comes with regionals. I don't know, obviously a 4 or 5 seed is supposed to be maybe a 5 set match, but I think just the intensity of that helps grow you as athletes and grow your program. So I think that was really good for us, just coming in like we've already played 5 sets on this floor. So
a very balanced effort last night from all the hitters. How did you guys stay that balanced, and how did maybe the back row and the setters play into helping that out too?
Our setters do such a great job of distributing and moving it around and situationally being aware of where are they in relation to the net and the hitter. I think our defense is killer, and I honestly think that's one of the strongest parts of our game. We have a lot of opponents who have outsides that we know can put the ball away, where we have to share the ball if we want to be successful.
And there's a pretty successful outside on the other side tonight with Elena Foster-DeBold. How do you try to keep the block and slow her down as much as possible?
I think just being in her path and trying to channel it into our defense. We want, Tess, Reese, Avery, Olivia getting that ball as much as they can. So putting the block in the way and adjusting to it. Last week we scrimmaged with them as coaches, and so I, to the best of my abilities, tried to give them some decent swings so they could hopefully get a feel, but these fields hit pretty hard. So
definitely. And then lastly, how would you define success this season? Has it already happened with the quarterfinals victory? How would you define a successful season here for you guys?
I think that's a question that I had to ask myself coming into regionals. We were the 5 seed. In the past, they've been in a couple state title games, and so Tess has played in the state championship. But talking with just some former colleagues who I'd coached with, I think it was really about seeing them find the joy in the sport and the celebrations with each other. And knowing that coming in, whatever was going to happen yesterday, I felt like we'd accomplished that. We see them smile, we see them having fun. There's nothing but gratitude from our fan section. So that to me was our success.
Awesome to hear. Well, we're looking to see in that success and joy out on the floor another time here tonight. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Nick Tice joining us on the Irie Insurance pregame show.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North. Always true.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
The holidays are here, and Mindak Market has the perfect gifts to make every moment memorable and sweet. From multiple gift pack options to the Dubai chocolate bars on sale now for $6.99. Dubai chocolate bars are the perfect stocking stuffers. Even Santa is going chocolate. Mindak Market has everything you need to spread joy and flavor this season. Stop in today and check out the selection for yourself with Mindak Market in the West Acres Mall in Fargo.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Got Angie Johnson here with me on the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Just before going up against the Northern Cass Jaguars to take down Kindred in 5 sets last night. You guys get the first round bye. How do you think that'll play to your advantage here tonight?
I mean, I think just an extra day of practice was really good for us, and just kind of we can kind of narrow down who we're going to play off of that, and like I said, just working on those little things that we need to do.
Mm-hmm. And going up against Northern Cass, you guys have had success in the regular season this year with a couple of victories, but there have been some close sets involved in there as well. How do you make sure you guys stay in control tonight?
You know, both times we played them, they've snuck that first set away from us, so I think our goal is to definitely come out strong, make sure we try to maintain that throughout the entire match, and then just make adjustments quicker than we did in the first 2 times we played them.
Mm-hmm. And this is a solid team that you've got here. Elena Foster-DeVola has been outstanding this year. How do you feed her and then also play into the other strengths of your team as well tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody knows we want to go to her, but it's also getting those other hitters involved, make sure that they're a threat as well so that blockers can't key in on Elena. And I think our setters do a really good job of mixing up the offense, so we just got to keep doing that.
All right. And what does Northern Cass do well that's allowed them to take that first set the couple of times that you've played so far?
I think just keeping the ball up in the back row. Their back row defense is pretty solid back there, and just coming back aggressive. So we just have to be ready for that, be ready for any touches that our block has, and then just try to convert out of that.
Mm-hmm. With being a 1 seed in a tournament, how would you define success for a season after a very successful regular season so far?
You know, being the number 1 seed is kind of, we weren't aiming for that. So for us, being the number 1 seed is really cool to see. Obviously, our region is really competitive, so I wouldn't say there's any true number 1 seed. We just happen to get it. So I think, I don't know, we snuck away with a lot of really key wins this season, just continuing to build off of those.
Definitely. Best of luck out on the court tonight, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
That's Angie Johnson joining us on the Irie Insurance pregame show.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Josh Boyka with you. You've heard from both of our coaches here tonight, Angie Johnson and Nick Tice. And, of course, the history between these couple of teams in the crossover, with Angie Johnson coaching the Northern Cass Jaguars to some success in her stint as coach there. Now Nick Tice coming over from Bishop Ryan and Minot takes the Northern Cass job and has led them to what would some would say maybe is an upset victory, 5-4 seed. I mean, technically it is, but I don't think he would categorize it as that. And he said this team has ultimate confidence in themselves, and even down 11-6 last night, did a fantastic job rattling off the 5 points they needed to get back in that game, and they're able to close it out. Then Angie Johnson on the other side, first year at the helm for the Grovers, and guess where they are? Number 1 seed, successful coach. A successful team now for the Grovers as they look to make a deep run in this tournament. As we're looking forward to this game getting started in just under a couple of minutes here. Let's also take a look at the Region 2A standings tonight. The Thompson Tommies were able to get a 4-set victory over Harvey Wells County last night in the quarterfinals. So the 4-seed Thompson knocks off 5-seed Harvey Wells County. And then Mayport CG, the 2-7 matchup versus Hillsborough Central Valley, sweeps the Burros, and then Grafton pulls the reverse sweep against Devils Lake after the Firebirds go up 2-0. Grafton and the Spoilers spoil the party for Devils Lake. They come back, the 3-seed, able to stave off elimination with the reverse sweep. So today's semifinals over at Mayville State University, you can catch that Region 2A coverage on YourLiveEvent.com right now. Joe Lancello is on the call for that game for Carrington and Thompson. The number 1 and 4 seed teams going at it. Carrington and Thompson, the first match over there at the Mayville State University Region 2A semifinals. And Mayport CG, the 2 seed, hosting Grafton. Well, that will be the second match that we have for Region 2A. Then right here with myself, you've got Oak Grove versus Northern Cass for the first match tonight. And Valley City and Central Cass, the 2-3 matchup, will be about a half hour after this one concludes. The teams are lining up now as we'll get to our national anthem and starting lineups. Just the players to watch here for these two teams tonight as we wrap up our Irie Insurance pregame show. Of course, we're going to have our eye on Elena Foster DeVold, the outstanding junior, wears 11 for Oak Grove. Has been able to get into the upper 20s in kills in certain matches this year. Just an outstanding hitter that we'll see featured tonight. And then for the Jaguars, the battle is going to be in that back row trying to handle what Foster DeVold has to offer. And they've got a good libero to do it. Tess Jalbert is one of them to do it. So Jalbert will be the one to watch for the Northern Cass Jaguars. And we'll step aside here for our national anthem and starting lineup from Valley City here on YourLiveEvent.com.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Let's take a look.
Oh, geez moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com as we get to the conclusion here of our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. It's time for our starting lineups here, as those will get announced shortly. Here they're going through the non-starters for the Oak Grove Grovers. And the records for both of these teams here, Northern Cass, the 5 seed at 13-13. Now on the year, climb their way back to 500. With that win against Kindred, they went 5-7 in the region, the 5 seed. And then Oak Grove, 25-8, 10-2 in the region. Let's meet the starters here for Northern Cass. Tess Jalbert will be the libero. Senior libero wearing number 2, Carly Ryder, a junior outside hitter, wears 4. Macy Murch, a senior setter. And Natalia Gietzen, a senior middle hitter. Olivia Olson, senior on the outside. Faith Fury, a middle hitting junior. And Lauren Johnson, a senior opposite. For Oak Grove, it'll be Aspen Jose, Rachel Christensen at setter, and Taya Rostad, Callie Weisgram, and Elena Foster DeVold wearing 11, and Addison Hunt. And then the libero. Is Nelson. So let's go with that lineup right there. It's Aspen Jose, Rachel Christensen, Callie Weisgram, Elena Foster DeVold, Addison Hunt will get us going for the Grovers. Well, it is Jalbert, Ryder, Murch, Gietzen, Olson, Fury, and Johnson for Northern Cass. The two teams will shake hands here, and away we will end up going. Northern Cass has played a looser roster that has some additional players coming off the bench. They played Davidson, Jalbert, Ryder, Murch, Wilner, Gietzen, Lavig, Olson, Rust, Fury, Hovness, and Johnson. last night. That leaves just 3 players of the 15 that did not see any court time, I believe, as I counted up here. Yeah. 12 of the 15 players for Northern Cass saw some sort of playing time last night. All right, Lyndon Berneski is the libero that is checking in for Oak Grove right now. Tess Jalbert will be the libero checking in for Northern Cass. We'll see who Jalbert grabs to start here. It'll be Faith Fury headed to the bench. Just want to give a thank you to everyone for joining us here tonight on your live event, as had some great volleyball yesterday, and we are glad you've joined us here again. First serve, we're underway at 5:37, and that's a tip, as Oak Grove is going to get started early with this first point. Deflected at the net, and down it goes. So off we go, Oak Grove, who took both matches in 4 sets. The first set, both times, won by Northern Cass. And this one splits Ryder and Jalbert in the back row. It is going to be an ace for Lyndon Berneski. Berneski working with a short serve this time. Jalbert, a quick reaction to get there. And nice job by Murch to keep it up. Here comes Foster DeVold off the block. Gietzen couldn't handle it. Elena Foster DeVold able to get into the action early. We saw Kindred go up 4-0 versus Northern Cass to begin the game yesterday, and it was a shaky start for Nick Tice's squad, but they rallied back for the next 6 points to erase that 4-0 deficit. This one's blocked away to the outside. Lauren Johnson had a shot, but it was altered at the net. Addison Hunt was over there in defensive coverage, got the biggest piece of the pie on that block. And again, Northern Cass falls down 4-0 to start the match. Here's Ryder, and this one will go just out. She sliced it cross court and was very close to finding the line, but it's just off. So quick point going in favor of the Grovers. Still on that service streak is Berneski, working from the back left. Serves towards Ryder. Gietzen will float this one over. Down to an E goes Christensen, the setter. Outside, Foster DeVold goes with a changeup. This one tipped over by Lauren Johnson. Quick return off of Gietzen in the front row, and could not be tracked down by Tess Jalbert. So that's 6 points for the Grovers to start off well. Angie Johnson got to be pleased with what she's seen so far. Berneski again, this time a deeper serve towards Ryder. Murch sets, Gietzen got it. That's the best serve received that we've seen from the Jaguars in those first 7 points. And what do you know? They're able to get a nice set off with Murch. Quick transition to Gietzen, slicing one from right to left. Reese Lavig will sub in now. Foster DeVold with a blast handled by Jalbert. Jaguars looking for help. Lavig's the one to help out. Again, Foster DeVold swings hard, but comes up with the net. Can't miss Elena Foster DeVold. Got the best height out there. She's got the bright pink shoes, and it's all electric from Foster DeVold. Here comes a Christensen set to the middle, going for Callie Weisgram, but that is the 3rd straight point for the Jaguars. So Tice electing not to call timeout after a 6-0 start for the Grovers, coming back with 3 of their own, similar to the refrain that we saw in the first set yesterday. Lavig serves, going for the back left corner, but misses that line just a little bit wide left. It'll go side out in favor of Oak Grove. Subbing in now comes Molly Welsh, the sophomore setter, will have the serve. Welsh, short serve, nearly an ace, but getting to it was Lavig. Jalbert will push towards the back. It's played by Aspen Chose. Shoved over by Foster DeVold. Now to the outside. Olsen got blocked, but that's going to be 4, I believe. Yes, that one never got over. It hits the net and comes back. So that's back-to-back for the Grovers now. Olivia Olsen working that left side. Could not quite elevate, and it ends up as a Grover's point. Lavig lobbing one up top for Olsen. That one's going to graze off of Molly Welsh, who played that one kind of in the very middle of the floor. The back row could have handled it, but Welsh steps in front kind of in that middle area, and it grazes off her hands, goes to the back out of play. This is a off-target set coming from Bruneski. (8-5) Gietzen, deep serve going towards Bruneski. Now one up top for Christensen, and it grazed net, it grazed the hand of Lavig, and into the back it goes. 9-5. Foster DeVold will get her first serving opportunity of the match. 9-5 advantage for the Grovers in the early going after a 6-0 start. It's a 5-3 run for Northern Cass. They get 6-3. Tip kill. I believe that was Olsen that got in there for the Jaguars. Was able to place one right on that line for the defensive side of the Grovers. This is serve received to Foster DeVold. To the outside. In now is Claire Middle for Oak Grove with that swing. It's dug out. Middle will get another opportunity. Again, dug out by Jalbert. Back set coming Hovness. Going towards Wilner for the kill. Marley Wilner. Double-digit kill efforts off the bench for Wilner. Exactly 10 of them. It was a balanced effort for the Northern Cass Jaguars yesterday. 14 for Carly Ryder, 10 for Wilner, 9 for Lauren Johnson, 8 for Natalia Gietzen, 7 Faith Fury, and 6 for Olivia Olsen. So it was a very balanced effort as Northern Cass is right back in this one without calling timeout after going down 6-0. This one floated up by Hovness into the middle for Fury. It's handled by Bruneski and then dropped down by Wisegram. Sophie Geiger will serve, the senior defensive specialist for Oak Grove. A short line drive serve. It finds Jalbert in the back row. And Wilner tried to lob that one over from a sideways facing position. It catches the top of the net, does not climb. And that's back-to-back in favor of the Grovers. Here's Geiger working again from the middle of the floor between the E and the Y on Valley City on that baseline. And there's another one for the Jaguars, dropping one down on the right line. Hovness the setup. (11-8). Serve from Olsen. From the right side, Christensen. One hops to Nick Tice as it just missed the back corner. Christensen was working from her right side on the net, sliced it opposite over towards the Northern Cass bench on the far side. Here's an overpass on the serve, but Oak Grove able to recover. One touch, Hovness up for Wilner. Bruneski, a lunge, is able to get there. Here comes the set outside. That one for Middle. It's handled by Oak Grove. Wilner from out of bounds near the Dakota Bank sign on the scorer's table is able to sneak one in past the pole. It's returned, and now here comes Ryder, and it's hit left-handed, from the left side into the net. Rachel Christensen, a serve over towards Olsen. Fury the next touch. goes for Wilner, free ball coming. The Christensen set outside for Middle, and she deposits that one down in the middle of the defense. That's the sophomore outside hitter, Claire Middle, working on that far left side for the Grovers. The Grovers are on the left side, working left to right in their white uniforms with the maroon numbers and trim. The Jaguars working from right to left right now in that black and the yellow trim. Olsen lobs one up for Fury, pulls over a free ball. Here's Christensen setting up to the outside, but this one handled by Northern Cass. Wilner off a couple of hands at the net. It's returned right away off of a fist from Bruneski. Fury tip at the net, but it's dug out by Christensen. Lobbed over by Geiger now. Here comes the Hovnes set to the outside. Ryder. It's dug out though by Geiger, the defensive specialist. Bruneski with a wild stab at it. The libero returns it, and Hovnes tried to go on the second touch, set it over, but she got the net. It's 14-9. Longest point of the match, and it ends up in Oak Grove's favor. Hovnes had to push it over as that one led to the net, and it was capitalized on by the Grovers. It's a violation unofficially. Officially, it is a violation against Northern Cass. They'll take timeout. It's 15-9, Oak Grove in the first.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back here on your live event as we're bringing you the Region 1A audio coverage here from the Highliner Activity Center. And the first match is the Grovers and Jaguars. Northern Cass fell in a 6-0 hole early. They were able to battle back to within a couple points, but then Oak Grove recently going on a 3-point run has extended it back to 6 at 15-9, equaling their largest lead of the set. And it will be Rachel Christensen serving from left to right now. Finds Gelbert. It goes off her hands and out. That is an ace for Rachel Christensen. That's the second of the set for Oak Grove as Bruneski got one in that opening serving streak before they went up 6-0. Gelbert again unable to handle this one. Backpedaling as she got to it, and it launches into her own bench. Back-to-back aces for Christensen, this time targeting Ryder, but it's handled. Hovnes sets her up. This one is just out. Ryder aiming for that back line, led the Jaguars in kills with 14 yesterday. Slower start for her, still looking for her first kill. This one rolls up on Olsen initially, and then Fury's touch is short, and Tice will call back-to-back timeouts. That is a 4-0 run still after that first Nick Tice timeout. He'll talk it over. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Largest lead of the set is now double digits for the Grovers. On about a 7-0 run at the moment as Northern Cass with some hitting errors, and then the serve receive has not been on point to start here. A couple going off the hands of the back row for aces. Christensen will continue the serving streak as she works from the second Ellen Valley cities offset to her right side of the floor as she serves. Ryder sends this one back over for Northern Cass. Berneski's going to lob up top for Claire Middle and beats the block of Wilner and Fury, and it gets it past the diving test. Jalbert in the process. Angie Johnson in pregame was talking about we cannot be one-dimensional and let the block key in on stopping Elena Foster-DeVold as this serve trickles just out, missing the line by a couple inches. It's really important to be able to diversify that the sets, the locations, so you've got Claire Middle, Addison Hunt that you can go to as well. Outside of Foster-DeVold, this one is punched through. Foster-DeVold will re-enter the ballgame now. 21-10, Grover's on top. The Jaguars were able to take the first set in both of their regular season meetings against Oak Grove. But it's all business right now with the Grovers, not making any mistake of this one. They've been in control from the start. Ryder is able to beat the block though on the left side of Hunt and Taya Rostad. That's someone that Northern Cass needs to get going, is Carly Ryder, if they want to come back in this set and be competitive beyond that. The player that led them in kills against Kindred, able to finally get on the board. Rostad runs out of room, getting led into the net. And that's a couple of points back-to-back for Northern Cass. Macy Murch is the server. Handled well, set quickly, but that is absolutely rejected. Natalia Gietzen said no to Elena Foster-DeVold right in the middle at point-blank range with the rejection. That's a good sign for Northern Cass fans. Another block! Somehow kept up though by Oak Grove, but they will be out this point as it goes wide left, trying to handle that one. It was blocked again. Northern Cass with 4 straight points, and the block creating the last couple of them. Ryder was over there in the area. Lauren Johnson and Gietzen, the other two in the front row. You see Foster-DeVold had to lob that one there to get it over the block. Ryder a good opportunity, but forces it long. That's what Nick Tice wants to see though on defense. That block altered the last 2 shots. They get 2 points off of it, and then it forces Foster-DeVold to have to go tip game because the block was set up in the right spot, and it led to a good transition opportunity for Ryder. Just didn't cash that one in. Berneski, a tough set, leading Foster-DeVold around the antenna. It's going to be Northern Cass point. You'd still probably categorize this as a comfortable lead for Oak Grove. While up 7, their largest lead of the set was 11. Lavig will send this one into the net on the service. A point that Northern Cass didn't really have in their back pocket to be given away. Here is Molly Welsh serving now, the setter that's rotated in for Angie Johnson's squad. Good set from Murch, but Gietzen found the top of the net. It goes back and onto the Jaguars side. 24-15, this is set point. Welsh will serve a jump serve going towards Jalbert. Back set from Murch. This one blows up Berneski, but she's able to survive it. Lobbed out of play by Oak Grove. Chose had to go all the way back beyond their out-of-bounds back line. Lobbed it up to Christensen, I believe, but it ended up just out. 24-16, Gietzen's serve is out, and that will end the first set. All business from Oak Grove. They execute well. The Grovers win by 9. We'll come back with our first set recap around the break on yourliveevent.com. This is the Region 1A Volleyball Tournament audio coverage here from the Highliner Activity Center.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
What was that? Is that top insurance?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Toop Insurance.
Maybe Toupee.
Could be Toupee. Yeah, I don't know.
Or Taupe Insurance?
Maybe? I don't think so.
Say it right. That's T-O-O-P. That's Taupe.
Oh, it's Taupe. That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Get in touch with Ryan today for a quote or review of your policies.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back for set number 2 after a 9-point Oak Grove victory, 25-16 in the first set, led by Claire Middle. And Elena Foster-DeVold didn't have to carry the entire squad that time. It was Middle, the sophomore outside hitter, in tandem with Wise Graham, Foster-DeVold. Good setups from Christensen, Chose with good defense in the back. Everyone that's played for Oak Grove has contributed. They jumped out to a 6-0 start and held on to it the rest of the way. Here comes Aspen Chose with the serve to get a start in the second set. Ryder sends one over. Now Christensen is set up for Foster-DeVold, but there's the block, which came to life a little bit for Northern Cass towards the end of the first set, but it was a little bit out of reach. Foster-DeVold snaps one across the net. It catches the net and it will land out. Foster-DeVold was on the far left side, on our opposite side of the gym. The hit was going straight to the right off the net and landed an inch off the right side out of bounds line. Here comes a setup from Murch going towards Olsen. The block had time to set up, but it still gets through. Olivia Olsen able to beat Addison Hunt and Taya Rostad at the net. Here comes a Reese Lavig jump serve from the middle of the floor. We have one that says in, one that says out. And they're going to say out. So they looked first. The official in the stand looked to the right side and saw the in call, then looked left. And they're going to rule it out. It was very close. From the right side, here's Murch slicing one across, and it's out of play, 2-2. Graneski will serve now, the libero for Oak Grove, and this one is beat through by Gietzen. Talia Gietzen had 8 kills through the 5 sets against Kindred in that marathon. Foster DeVold slaps this one, and it gets down in the back corner. Not your typical form for a hitter, as she had to kind of reach down and kind of like a clock moving from, if you were on the hands, from 9 to 12 o'clock, just kind of whipped that one around and was able to place it perfectly on the back line. One of the more unconventional kills you'll see. But Foster DeVold picks it up, and then this one is served out of play by Molly Welsh. Oak Grove will rotate some players in and out. Out goes Lauren Johnson and Macy Murch. In comes Tess Jalbert and the serving Emma Hovness. And Foster DeVold picks that one up. Rolling out right, puts a good swing on it and ties the game back up. Serve middle, going straight towards the libero. Tess Jalbert, this one a set coming from Welsh to the outside, and that one never got over. No, they're gonna say it was a block actually, and it just came back on the Oak Grove side. They were looking for middle on the left side. Here is Olivia Olson with the serve. It will end up short. Knotted at 5, and number 5, Sophie Geiger, back to serve, the senior defensive specialist for Oak Grove. Serves towards Olson. Hovness to the outside for Fury. This one leading Wilner into dangerous territory, and she's in the net. Geiger with the serve, goes towards Ryder. They set it back to Ryder. That one's dug out by Geiger. Here comes Northern Cass's attack. It's a free ball coming back over. One touch over to the middle for Taya Rostad. Rostad again. That one handled though by Olson. Couple of softer swings. This one blocked away at the net by Rostad. Was all over the place on that point. Taya Rostad gets the kill. That serve is low. A line drive that did not sneak over for Geiger. Fury, the serve. Verneski able to handle, and the floater coming from Rostad gets down in front of a diving Carly Ryder. Taya Rostad making her presence felt in this second set. This one skims the top of the net on the Rachel Christensen serve. It's set outside for Wilner, and it's blocked away by Rostad, who's everywhere now. All of a sudden, Oak Grove with a 3-point advantage now at 9-6 on the back of multiple points, sparked by Rostad. Olson couldn't handle that one on the serve. Nick Tice will call timeout after 4 straight for the Grovers. On a roll, Taya Rostad killing it for Oak Grove right now. We'll step aside 30 seconds and come back with the resuming of set 2.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Here we come back at the Grover's largest lead of set number 2 as they were able to take set number 1 25-16. Here's the serve from Christensen, goes towards Olsen. Wilner almost got that one down, but a diving Sophie Geiger saves this one. Hovnes set, Gietzen, it got the net and goes out. There was no tip from the front line defense that sent it awry. Christensen again going towards Olsen. Hovnes sets left side. Ryder finds the line. That's beautiful offense. Hovnes with the perfect setup to allow Ryder to get off the quality swing. Here comes to the outside, middle, then reaching over was Rostad. Northern Cast saying, hey, she was on the other side of the net when she was reaching over for that, but they're just going to say that was a tap down. So Taya Rostad, 3 kills in the second set. Avery Davidson is checking in for the first time tonight in the back row. Swan lobbed over from Lauren Johnson. Here comes the Christensen setup outside. Foster DeVold blocked. Natalia Gietzen. Northern Cass gonna need more of that. We saw the block come to life near the end of set 1. But it was a little bit too late to salvage that one. Foster DeVold has not gotten maybe an A+ of kills to this point, where normally she might be nearing double digits right now. But the thing is, they haven't had to force it to her. They've been going multiple places, so that's not necessarily a bad thing for Oak Grove or for Foster DeVold. She's capitalized on several attempts at the net. Speaking of capitalizing at the net, Natalia Gietzen does it again. Uncontested at the net, able to plant one down. And Foster DeVold she's playing in the back row right now. Just staying in on rotation, doing everything that she can. Now she gets an opportunity to flick one over with the left-handed fist. And it is handled and sent right back over by Olivia Olsen. And it drops right on the corner line for Oak Grove. Nicely done by Olsen. Bruneski lobbing one up for Foster DeVold, and from the back row, able to get that one to go. Still a threat from beyond the in-system line. Here comes a set outside. Olsen drops it down. Olivia Olsen starting to feel it for Northern Cass. Only 6 kills against Kindred, but she's got 4 already in a set and a half after the 6 in 5 sets. Hovness with the serve goes towards Berneski, and that leads Weisgram into the net. It's a good run from Northern Cass in a set you feel like you've got to get. Foster DeVold blows it away, slices one from the far right on her side of the net, across to the left, and plants it. That is such a hard one to keep in bounds. Here comes a swing from Olsen, handled by Foster DeVold in the back row. This one sent long by Claire Middle. Avery Davidson in for the service and goes towards Berneski, drops it down, and elevating his middle. It was an unconventional first touch from Berneski that went straight down to the setter Welsh, who still was able to find middle on the left side. Here's Geiger. Goes at Davidson. Hovness in the middle, gets to Wilner. Outside for middle. Here's a lunging effort from Hovness. Rostad pops this one up. Here's middle again, dug out. In the back by Jalbert. Ryder goes tip game, put it in a good spot, but sprawling out to get it was Welsh. This one's lobbed out. Attempting one for Davidson to go far on the back line, as there was quite some time to get there. Hard to measure, but it does go out. And there's a serve from Faith Fury. And it's going to be an ace. It skims the net. Northern Cass is back within one. Berneski, a free ball over. Davidson, good pass up to Hovness. Leads to a good chance for Gietzen, but it's altered slightly, but then middle. Lines this one into the net, and we are tied at 16 apiece. Angie Johnson not calling timeout yet, but I assume if we see a lead change, there might be one in order. Awkward serve receive, pushed over, and that is a double hit from Berneski. There is the lead change, and there is the timeout. Northern Cass with some life in set number 2, coming back from a deficit to take the lead for the first time since they led 2-0. We'll step aside 30 seconds, be right back with the conclusions of set number 2.
Look at your calendar. There's still time to complete those building projects before freeze up. Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has everything you need: top quality building materials, trusted tools, and Midland garage doors. Yes, it's busy now with harvest, but don't wait. Order now to ensure your products arrive on time so your projects are done before the first flake falls. Visit with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro and make your building projects plans a reality. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Northern Cass just has a knack for getting back in any game that they fall down in. We saw it against Kindred. I mean, they went up 2-0 against Kindred, but then after getting beat down in the third and fourth set and falling behind significantly in the fifth, they came back triumphant, and we've seen it multiple times this year, down 2-1. No problem, they'll win it in 5. Taya Rostad here gets this one tied back up. It was a first set victory of 25-16, so a dominant win for Oak Grove in the first, but Northern Cass a much more competitive second set, far fewer errors. Maybe got some of those nerves out. Here's Hovness setting middle. Gietzen back for the lead. Natalia Gietzen recording her 4th kill unofficially tonight. She had 8 yesterday, so well on her way to eclipsing that total if it goes the same distance. Deep serve from Murch. Here comes Rostad and drops one down. Able to float it over. Lauren Johnson and Natalia Gietzen lands in front of Macy Murch. Tied back up at 18. Jump serve from Aspen Chose. Set up, Gietzen again. Macy Murch is feeling it with the sets. And Gietzen has been the beneficiary several times tonight already. Deep serve from Lavig, handled by Geiger. Rolling out comes comes Oak Grove, and it's Taya Rostad picking up the kill that time. It's a lift, trying to dig it out of the net for the Jaguars. Back and forth we go with the tied second set. Graneski serves towards Jalbert. Gietzen again, this time it's blocked. All the Grovers are up at the net, but so is everyone else on Northern Cass, and that one's won by Weisgram. It was just a matter of who's going to get one beyond a couple feet from the net there, as everyone was just sucked up to the middle. Set coming, Weisgram tips over. Here comes Northern Cass now, back set for the outside with Johnson. Jalbert tries to lunge and keep this one up, but down it goes. Oak Grove back on top by 2 points. Nick Tice has used both of his timeouts trying to get them back in it, and he certainly has. It's a much better played set after being down several points still. Northern Cass got back in it. They're still in it. Gietzen blocked away. Lavig punches it over. Berneski lobbing up top. Foster DeVold dug out. Jalbert, no, it's going to go over to the scorer's table. A valiant effort, but Foster DeVold wins that battle. And timeout called. Forget if Tice had one left or if Oak Grove's going to call this one, but they're rolling up 22-19 back in 30 seconds.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
That last time I was in fact called by Nick Tice and the Northern Cass Jaguars, as Angie Johnson, of course, had to spend the last one with Northern Cass taking that lead at 17-16. But since then, it's been a 6-3 run for Oak Grove since the Johnson timeout. Here comes the serve from Berneski. This one blocked on the Gietzen attempt. This one is lobbed up at the net. It'll float over to Oak Grove's side. Foster DeVold tips. Gietzen now in the net goes Oak Grove, so it'll be Jaguars point. I think they got Christensen for being in the net. This serve going over towards Foster DeVold, grazed the net. It's played back over by Oak Grove. Murch, the setup, Olsen. And it's going to be another violation on Oak Grove. I believe they were in the net again. A couple of costly mistakes. Grover is clinging to a 1-point lead. Foster DeVold to the back line. That's a good place to go when you need offense. Elena Foster-DeVold provides the padding point at 23-21. Molly Welsh with the serve towards Laveg. It's a good pass up towards Murch, leading Olsen into an attempt. And staying out of the net was Berneski. This one hit out by Foster-DeVold, a little bit long. Do or die time for Northern Cass. You don't want to fall down 2-0, of course, against the #1 seed in Oak Grove. Here comes Hovness with the serve. Berneski has to lob over a free ball as the set was not on target, and it's dropped down by Fury. It's down. It was close. Fury almost hit that one a little bit too far right, but we are tied at 23. Timeout Grovers.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Who's going to get here first? We're tied at 23 in an incredibly important second set right now. Oak Grove with a large first set victory. A sloppy one played by Northern Cass. But now these two teams starting to live up to more their ceiling, especially Northern Cass in this one. We're tied at 23 now. Nick Tice's squad has found out a way to, in desperate times, come out with points. This one was tipped at the net on a swing from Oak Grove, and it goes out of play, but it was last touched by Northern Cass. The Grovers get the point. Set point, Foster-DeVold, the serve. Dangerous one as it's hit long and out by the Jaguars. 2-0. The Grovers are on top. The Jaguars struggled on that serve receive, a misstep on the first touch. Made it a tougher go than it needed to be. Just some good carry on that serve from Foster-DeVold. It leads to a mistake as it was hit out long. 2-0 in favor of the Oak Grove Grovers. We'll be right back here with the second set recap.
The holidays are here, and Mindak Market has the perfect gifts to make every moment memorable and sweet. From multiple gift pack options to the Dubai chocolate bars on sale now for $6.99. Dubai chocolate bars are the perfect stocking stuffers. Even Santa is going chocolate. Mindak Market has everything you need to spread joy and flavor this season. Stop in today and check out the selection for yourself with Mindak Market in the West Acres Mall in Fargo.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com as we take a look over at the Region 1B side right now. Kidder, Medina Pingree Buchanan over Kidder County right now. I believe that one has gone final. Yes, it's a 3-set sweep for Medina Pingree Buchanan over Kidder County. And then what else we got? I believe that Thompson and Carrington game has gotten started about the same time this one did. Let's check in on that. Tied at 1 set apiece. And then early in the third set, Thompson up 6-5. So that is a look at your out-of-town scoreboard at the Region 1B and 2A tournaments. Chase Miller over in Jamestown at University of Jamestown, and then Joe Lancello over at Mayville State University. The Thompson Tommies are an interesting case this year. Excellent coaching with Lisa Strand as always. And they've got some talent there too, but they dropped so many games at the end of the year that were very close games, whether they were favored or underdogs. It just seemed like there were a couple of games that slipped away from them in 5 sets, just long battles that they end up on the wrong side on. But when you have a coach like Lisa Strand, when it comes to playoff time, it feels like you've just got an extra boost there. And they find themselves tied at 1 set apiece, very much alive against the 1 seed Carrington in the third right now. So we'll see how that one goes. The winner of that Thompson versus Carrington game will get the winner of Mayport CG versus Grafton in the finals, where the losers will end up playing for third place at 5:30 tomorrow over at Mayville State. And again, the winner of this game moving on to the championship round for the winner of Valley City versus Central Cass as the opponent, and then the losers of tonight's contest duking it out for third place at 5:30 tomorrow night. Jaguars serving to begin the set. It's Murch knocking over Berneski in the process. Popped over by Foster DeVold. Here comes a set to the outside. Lauren Johnson off a deflection handled by Christensen. Back set Berneski to DeVold. Foster DeVold just a little bit long. Murch serving towards Christensen. Now the set coming, and Chose, I believe, was the one that got there for it. There might have been Hunt on the edge. Berneski will serve from that far left side. Geetson has to set, so Murch will be the one to push it over. Berneski the first touch. Set up, Foster DeVold powers it through. Short serve, lunged at by Jalbert. Coming over on the Olsen touch, and it is just out of play. This one lobbed over for Foster DeVold by Berneski. Foster DeVold, another chance. And Jalbert gave it her best effort, but no one was able to cover for her. Elena Foster DeVold is in rhythm to begin this third set. Good news for Grover's Nation as this one sent over by Berneski. It's going to create an overpass, and it's an ace. It just went wide of the net and out of play right away on that first touch. Berneski picks up her second ace. Up top for Geetson, mistimed the jump. Northern Cass just not on the same page there. Can't afford to get off to a slow start. Down 2-0 in a region semifinal game. As you can see Central Cass over on the left side of the floor, over in the corner, awaiting their chance to play. Foster DeVold was altered at the net. Here comes a chance for Oak Grove again. Addison Hunt off a tip will convert 7-1. Berneski from a standing serve. It's a missile that creates some havoc on the Northern Cass side. They return, free ball coming, but it's blocked away, and it's going to be point Northern Cass. Natalia Geetson with the net protection. Reese Slavik from the middle of the floor, serving deep towards Chose. Foster DeVold too strong. Foster DeVold was camped out on that left side of the floor. Went towards the back middle on the Jaguars defense and pushed it out of play. Christensen is set a little bit behind Foster DeVold. Couldn't get all the power she wanted behind it. Lauren Johnson got a lot of power on that, but it was blocked. Back onto the Northern Cass side. Here's a tip. A diving, sprawling effort from Christensen. Here's a bullet onto the other side. Dug out by Lavig. Second touch, errant, and Johnson can't track it down. Here comes the rotation, swapping back in Molly Welsh as Addison Hunt will sit. Lauren Johnson slices one into the net there. Unforced error for the Jaguars. Diving effort, the save from Chose as that one was hanging in the air on the Oak Grove side. And eventually they lead themselves into the net too far. Here comes a Tess Jalbert serve, working from right to left. Bang, there it goes. Skims the net, and great reaction time from Chose after it ate up Bruneski. Olsen a chance. Bruneski able to handle. Now to the outside, Foster DeVold, blocked. Wisegram gets a piece of it. Bruneski gets it over. This one lobbed up at the net. Here comes an Oak Grove push. Jalbert didn't get a great piece of it. It's going to be a free ball coming over from Olsen. Put in a decent spot. Back set to the middle and down. Callie Wisegram gets the kill. Both teams playing with desperation on that point, doing everything they could to secure it, and Oak Grove with a precision effort to the back corner gets that point. Jalbert plays the long serve from Foster DeVold. Here comes a counterattack from Oak Grove. It's middle, handled by the Jaguars defense. Christensen, set was a little bit off target to Christensen on the outside, but she was able to get it across. A double commit to that set, and now we have a lift called. A couple of Grovers kind of running into each other, trying to set that one up. 10-5, Grover still with a fairly comfortable lead. Hovnes short serve and creates an opportunity for Fury at the net. It was just sneaking barely over. It was a high enough serve that just sneaks over the net. Rainbowing over towards the setter. Molly Welsh was there at net front, and it came back over on Welsh. Fury cleans up the loose change. Deep serve, Foster DeVold gets it down to Welsh. Bruneski whacks it over. Hovnes sets outside, and it's out. Olivia Olsen working that left side, but missed just a little bit too far to that left side. 5-point advantage still for Oak Grove. Free ball coming from Olsen to the outside middle. Pushes one, Hovnes the first touch. Back it goes towards Lavig. Now here comes the attack from Taya Rostad, but it's blocked away. Olsen was there for the Jaguars, 11-7. As Davidson checks back in with Ryder, Lavig and Olsen to the bench. You got some key players on the bench right now for Northern Cass. Can they tread water. Here's Middle adding another one. Davidson on serve receive, sends it too far for Hovness, and it's whacked over by Rostad and down. Just a couple big insurance points covered by the Grovers. Christensen serve goes over to Davidson. Hovness lobbing net front, and Wilner ran out of room. Timeout called, Northern Cass. 14-7, Grover is handling business on top, 2-0. We'll break with them here on yourliveevent.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Edgeley Cole Montpelier versus Linton HMB in the Irie Insurance pregame show stages of this match for them coming up. So Linton HMB versus EKM coming up on yourliveevent.com from University of Jamestown. Chase Miller's got that one with video coverage for that one. And Carrington versus Thompson still tied at 1 set apiece. The Tommies lead, or sorry, now it's 15-15. So still tied in both sets and score in the third. Back to the action here. Oak Grove up 8. This one down the line, just out of play. That was a 7-point advantage going down to 6, my bad. Fury serves towards middle. Christensen for Rostad, but it's blocked by Geetson. Back into the game now. Ryder powers it through at the net on Rostad and Hunt. Good serve from Fury, and it almost became an ace, but Hunt is able to track it down on their own bench. Hovness, prime opportunity towards Geetson, but it's handled by Christensen. A couple of Grovers over there for it. They tip it back over right at the net front. And some more chaos on the Grovers side, but they're able to handle it. Played by Hovness. Here comes the set to the outside. Down on the opposite corner for Carly Ryder. Lobbed it basically the length of the floor. And it brings the Jaguars back within 4 of the Grovers. Christensen to the middle. Rostad blocked initially. Geetson gets called for the lift. It's been a good performance from Taya Rostad tonight to take the pressure off of Foster DeVold. She hasn't had to worry about doing too much. Hovness sets outside, and this one is going to be out. Wilner did not get it on the correct side of the net as she was over by the scorer's table, couldn't wrap it around. 16-10. Free ball lobbed over by Ryder. Chose to Christensen outside. Foster DeVold gets the kill. Davidson was flying in there trying to get there, but unable to do so. 17-10 as Foster DeVold adds to her total tonight, nearing that double-digit mark. Side spinning serve over towards Ryder. Wilner got rejected by Foster DeVold. Nick Tice is going to use his second timeout of the set, down 8. It's time to rally the troops. If Northern Cass has anything left, now's the time to display it. 18-10, the Grovers just a few points away from punching their ticket to the Region 1A section finals.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Once this one wraps up, we'll have our Benedictine Living Community Center Ada game summary recap, and then we'll get to our Enbridge Energy player of the match, our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the match. So plenty to come on our post game, and then don't go anywhere after this one is over. We'll just send it over to the next link for you to watch Valley City versus Northern Cass, which will be next after this one is over. But right now, Northern Cass trying to make sure it's not over in 3. They find themselves down 8. Ryder tips this one over towards Foster DeVold. She'll get the set right back. Jalbert with a spinning save, but it's knocked out by Ryder. My goodness, Tess Jalbert. An all-out effort to keep that one off the ground. But then Ryder with the hitting error still gives it over to the Grovers, 19-10. A very competitive second set as Gietzen got led into the net. It's 20-10. Chose, jump serve. Hovness set outside Ryder, but it's dug out there by Chose. Hovness on the second touch goes over with it, but Oak Grove was ready. Foster DeVold powers up and into the net. Serve from Northern Cass. Good serve receive. Foster DeVold, though, blocked by Gietzen at the net. Here comes Ryder, an opportunity, and gets the kill. Christensen set outside Foster DeVold. Not a huge threat that time. Tipped over by Johnson, handled by Hunt. Back outside, Foster DeVold gets off the A-grade swing. And they're gonna say it's tipped at the net. So it will be Grover's point. A lot of seniors, 7 of them on this roster for Northern Cass, trying to put this set together to come back. Oh, and they're gonna say it's out the back line. And this one's gonna be overturned. The whole Northern Cass crowd reacting to that out call, as I thought that one was in initially as well. The line judge overturned though. To the outside, Foster DeVold beats the block. Johnson and Gietzen were over there, but couldn't hold Foster DeVold back. Pushed over by Northern Cass on serve receive, not a swing to get off. Foster DeVold altered, dug out by Gelbert. Here comes the Merch set over to Olsen, drops one down. Serve coming, Gelbert. Lines one across. Berneski able to get it up to the setter, Welsh. And the Northern Cass defense vacated the back line. Down it goes. Jaguars have used both of their timeouts already. Down 9 points, season on the line. Foster DeVold. Serves towards Lavig. Back set. Easily handled by the Grovers. This one blocked by Fury, and the Jaguars will get one back. Birch and Johnson to the bench. Hovness back in at setter. Joining Gelbert, Olsen, Lavig, Fury, and Wilner. Gelbert pops this one up. Hovness has got it. Over it goes on the hit from Olsen. Middle misses down the line out. Hovness with the serve going deep towards Foster DeVold. Tip handled by Lavig. Hovness set left side. Olsen mishit. And Northern Cass is down to their final point. It'll be Geiger serving on match point. Lavig couldn't handle it, and that'll do it. Oak Grove is moving on to the championship round here in the Region 1A tournament. They take the bye and take a 3-set victory over the Northern Cass Jaguars, who had played them to 4 sets in both the regular season matches. Tonight, it's the Grovers taking care of business. 25-16, 25-23, 25-16. We'll be back on your live event with our post-game show as we will take a look at what's coming up still for later tonight and recap what we saw in match number 1. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us for match number 1. Don't go anywhere.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Welcome back here after a triumphant 3-set sweep for Oak Grove. they move on to face the winner of our second match that we'll see here tonight between Central Cass and Valley City. It's time for the Benedictine Living Community Ada game summary, as the Grovers got out to a hot start. The first 6 points of set one go the way of Oak Grove, and after that they hold on. There were no lead changes in the first set. 25-16, Grovers on top. The second set was the most entertaining of them all. The Grovers had a mid-set lead, but then Northern Cass, as they have done throughout the season, they power back and took the lead at 18-17. It was tied at 21, but then ultimately 25-23, the Grovers hang on to get set two, and then they were in control from the start in the third again, showing why they are the number one seed that earned that first round bye, ending the championship hopes of the Jaguars, who will play for third tomorrow. But triumphant victory for the Grovers here, and it's time for our Enbridge Energy player of the match. We'll give it to Taya Rostad, as Rostad kind of took the pressure off of Foster DeVold tonight. They both had good performances around that double-digit kill mark. Rostad also several blocks around the net, doing what she does best on defense there, and helping the Grovers shut down the Jaguars' front row for the most part throughout the match. So Rostad is your Enbridge Energy player of the match. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for Life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. And the Agassiz Precision Ag play of the match will go to Rachel Christensen with the setting that she did tonight. Had several sets that you didn't think with off the serve receive it was going to get to the target, but Christensen did her job fantastic tonight. And then Welsh also chipped in with some good sets as well. Nice job by the Grovers. They take care of business, and the setting from Christensen is the Agassiz Precision Ag focus and play of the match. Your local precision planting dealer is Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. We will get you set now for match number 2. We will take this one to the end. Thank you to our sponsors for helping us out and doing what we do, and we appreciate them doing what they do, helping sponsor these videos. It's local community, bringing you free to watch and listen to sports on your live event, the audio coverage of the Region 1A tournament. Thanks for joining us, and we will get the link up shortly here for Valley City versus Central Cass. In about 25 minutes, that one will have first serve. Thanks for joining us. See you for game number 2.